Ness in the morning. Yes, a little Robin Ness. If you want me, you have to show me love. And, you know, words are just too easy to say. You have to show the love. And New York Knicks, 3.5 back in the playoff race. And they're saying all of the right things, right? Carmelo Anthony's saying the right things. He thinks the team is moving in the right direction. Mike Woodson saying all of the right things. He also said the team is moving in the right direction. And according to him, this is almost them at maximum potential. Everyone, all hands on deck. Which I can't disagree, right? They're playing great basketball. So you're going to always have the knock, which is, well, all of these wins came against sub-500 teams, you know? All right, so be it. You play exactly who they put in front of you, and that's who was put in front of the New York Knicks, and that's who they've beaten to this point. So, I mean, needless to say, tonight is a huge game. Well, rather, this afternoon. Knick game will be on at 12 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock now, roughly. So, you know, the Milwaukee Bucks coming into MSG, where they're 0-4. Knicks did drop their last game against Milwaukee, right? 101 to, I think, 99. And the problem there was Carmelo had 34, JR had 30, and no one else could muster double-digit point total. So, again, the lack of help at that point in the season was a huge issue, which isn't so much of an issue now. Because, I mean, without the services of Amari Stoudemire, one of our bigs, who's given us 18 points over this last 4 games that he's played, wasn't involved in the last game to make it 5 straight. But, you know, we were out without the services of Ty Chandler, huge for us, who was averaging a double-double up until that point. He had some personal issues which hasn't come out yet. We don't know exactly what it is going on with Ty Chandler, and I do hope he'll be back soon. But Cole Aldridge, who, if I told you I knew who he was before he played, I would be a liar. I mean, I did know he was on the roster. When you check out the roster sheet, his name is there. I didn't know what he was capable of. I've never seen him play before. He like dropped out of the sky, right? But in the absence of Ty Chandler, Cole Aldridge gave New York Knicks a double-double. 12 points and 10 boards. I mean, it just goes to show the type of basketball the New York Knicks are playing to this point, right? It just goes to show the confidence that these guys are playing, but to just plug someone in there and he's actually excelling himself. So, you know, Knicks are playing fairly well, needless to say. Now, the Milwaukee Bucks are coming into town, and they're riding a 4-game skid. Haven't won in quite some time, and they are the league's worst. Statistically, and even when you give them the eye test, they're pretty terrible. Now, they've lost back-to-back games, one to the T-Wolves, and, you know, after that, they went back to Milwaukee, where Atlanta came into town, and they almost took Atlanta down. I mean, I may have to reevaluate my life as I was watching Milwaukee Buck basketball in front of the television, rooting for the Milwaukee Bucks, right? I mean, it shows my love for the Knicks. And close but no cigar. They played a great game, actually. Well, great to their standards, right? I mean, Atlanta also played poorly, but happened to pull it out. So, couple of things we do know about the Milwaukee Bucks. One of the worst shooting teams in all of the NBA. Their last outing against Atlanta, they shot 15, guys. Did you hear me out here? 15% from the three-point line and 24% from field goal range. So they're just pitiful to this point. In game before that, previously, Minnesota, a team who plays no defense. Everyone knows that. Minnesota, if they do beat you, they're running and gunning. They're looking to outscore you. Held those guys to 33% shooting from the three-point line and 38% shooting from the field. So, goes to show Milwaukee and where they are right now. I mean, they do have a couple of decent players over there, young players, Mayo, Knight, and, you know, do they have a shot tonight? Well, noon rather, I should say, not tonight. They play at noon, it's 9 o'clock. Of course they do. It's not impossible for them to win. Is it probable? Of course it's not. The Knicks are playing too well at this point. I don't even see this being much of a game. Now, we don't know if we're going to get Ty Chandler back, as I alluded to early, so we might see some more of Cole, which he's earned his keep, I would think, with a double-double his first night out. And also, Amari is going to be back, and if I were Mike Woodson, I would actually rest Amari. I mean, you rested him against the second worst team in the NBA. I see no reason to play him against the worst team in the NBA, but if he plays, so be it. And the Knicks they're playing fairly well. As I told you last time, the Knicks lost to Milwaukee. The problem was everyone else. Melo had a great game. JR had a great game, and it seemed everyone else was slumping. You know, Iman wasn't playing well up until that point. Tim Hardaway wasn't playing well up until that point, and things have changed in such a short time, right? Such a short time, things have changed, and we've watched the New York Knicks over the last 5 games have the second highest output in all of the NBA. They're coming in scoring 114.4 points a game. They're shooting the ball at an amazing 50.3% per game. Amazing. 47% from the three-point line. So basically anything they throw up is going in right about now. So like Woodson said, everyone is getting together. Defense is playing better, which it is. I mean, we can all see that, right? And the Knicks are playing great basketball. 3.5 back in the playoff race. 16 games left to go. So as I said before, this game is vital. It's absolutely pivotal. They're going to need to play well today to continue the great play, because we all know come Wednesday who's coming to town. The Indiana Pacers. Now, Indiana isn't playing their greatest ball of the season. Actually, they're playing some of their worst basketball of the season. So if there were any time to catch them slipping, it'd be now. And I'll be in the garden myself to watch that go down. And I implore you guys to go down, there and check the game out too. Tickets aren't that expensive. You know, they aren't that expensive. You guys should definitely be down there. If I can shoot the show from the garden, I definitely will. So, all right, this game is pivotal. You need this 6-game winning streak going into the Indiana game, because Indiana, as we know, is becoming one of our bitter rivals, and it can't be a rivalry unless we get some of those wins, right? They win all of the games, it can't be a rivalry. So, as I alluded to before, Tim Hardaway, his last outing, 22 points. The game previous to that, 28 points. So he's really coming on, and he's playing well. Even Iman Shumpert, as much as my disdain for Iman is well noted, if you guys follow me, you do know how I feel about Iman. I think we should have traded him come the deadline, but he's playing well. I mean, he's actually doing what he does well. He's providing defense, he's enforcing up shots, which when he's doing that, he is a good player. So he's passing the ball out, guys are feeling comfortable, and the Knicks, man, coming 26-40, we need this win. It is absolutely vital. So if you're the New York Knicks and Mike Woodson, you should be under the mindset that today at noon is a playoff game. And you guys need this game as you need every other game, because come Wednesday, it's going to be a dogfight in Madison Square Garden. So, again, Knicks in Milwaukee tonight. Why do I keep saying tonight? I wish it was tonight, maybe, right? At noon. Big matchup, and the Knicks should get the win fairly easy. I see no reason why they shouldn't. They're playing their best ball. Milwaukee's playing their worst ball. You do the math. Knicks are shooting 50% from the field. Milwaukee is shooting 30% from the field. Knicks are shooting 47% from the three-point line. Milwaukee is shooting 15.5. So, again, this should be a big game for the Knicks. They should continue the great play, and I'm looking forward to Wednesday already. But you know, when you look forward to things, you overlook some things. And I hope they don't overlook the Milwaukee Bucks today. So, again, Knicks should get the win. I'm Ray Mitchell in my $1 Million Man shirt. Check it out. You guys can get one. Just get at me on The Great Gatsby 86 on Instagram, or Ray Mitchell NYC on Twitter. You've been watching Ray Mitchell. I'm on the couch, and check the game out at noon, guys. That's my analysis.